Hey lovers, welcome back to my channel. It's the freaking weekend, and baby, we about to have us some fun. Come get ready with me to hit the streets. It's been a hot minute since I've done a full get ready with me. The last one I seen on my channel, y'all, was literally a year ago, last September, I believe September 22nd. I can't believe it's been that long since we've sat down together and gotten ready. I used to vlog a lot in 2023. We were always getting ready together, but since I stopped vlogging as much, we don't really get ready together anymore. So let me know down in the comments if you want me to bring back my get ready with me's more frequently, or if you even want me to bring back vlogging, y'all. I love vlogging. If you ever watch any of my vlogs, y'all, the kid loves to vlog. I'm considering vlogging on the few trips that I have coming up. Next month in October, I am going to be traveling to Cancun for the very first time. I've been to Mexico before, but that was in, I think, when I was 18 years old. So what was that? 2000 something, y'all, maybe 2004, I don't know what year it was, but that was the last time I was in Mexico. But I went to Mexico on a cruise. So if you've ever been to like different countries on a cruise, you know, like you're there like in the blink of an eye, like you don't really get to experience the country that much. Since I love vlogging so much, I'm thinking about making a comeback and having my Mexico trip being my welcome back party. So let me know down in the comments if you would be interested in watching that. Let's go ahead and beat my face. I've already done my skincare routine using all of my The Ordinary products. If you're curious what products I use, let me know down in the comments. Let's get started with my eyebrows. I have several products in rotation that I use on my eyebrows. Products I choose to use really just depends on the day and how I'm feeling. Since it's Foundation Saturday, I want my eyebrows to be very bold, so I'm going to be using some mascara. This is Essence Lash Princess Mascara, the False Effect, in the shade Black Brown. I'm going to be applying the mascara with my dual-ended spoolie brush and angle brush from the lovely LA Colors. I did buy this at the fabulous Dollar Tree. The way I do my brows is very simple. I like to concentrate most of the product from the middle of my brow towards the end. I also like to fill in right here at the beginning of my brow. As long as my brows are nice and waxed, they're extremely easy to do. I did get my brows waxed, I want to say a week ago. I get them done every 3 to 4 weeks to carve out my brows from the lovely LA Girl. I'm going to use one of their concealers. This is their Pro Conceal in the shade Fawn. I'm going to take this small angled brush from the lovely Wet n Wild. After my eyebrows are all carved out, I take that same concealer and I use it to prep my eyelids for eyeshadow. To set down the concealer, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild loose setting powder in the shade Translucent. Let's press pause and move on to complexion. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face using Wet n Wild's Prime Focus Clingy Serum Primer. This primer has 5% niacinamide in it, and it's going to give us up to 16 hours of wear. I've used this primer a few times, y'all, and I really like it. I honestly like it more than like my e.l.f. Glippery Primer. If you too use the e.l.f. Glippery Primer, you know they have a original formula, which is green, and then they also have a pinkish formula that has niacinamide in it, just like this one from Wet n Wild. If I'm not mistaken, this one from Wet n Wild is $6, and the one from e.l.f. just recently went up to $11. My foundations, I'm going to be using 2 different stick foundations. My first one is from Essence. This is their foundation stick in the shade 201, which I believe is their tan neutral. And the second foundation I'm going to be using is from the lovely Maybelline. This is their Fit Me Shine Free Plus Balance Foundation in the shade Coconut 355. This $6 stick foundation from Essence, y'all, gives such a beautiful finish. Do you see how gorgeous that is? Although I do love the finish of this Essence foundation, it is a touch too light for me. So to make it a better match for me, I'm going to be using my Maybelline foundation in the shade Coconut. I'm going to be taking my Wet n Wild flat top brush and just tapping some of the product on my brush and just going over my face. These 2 foundations together give me such a skin-like finish. I love them. And again, the Essence Stick Foundation is only $6. And this Maybelline Stick Foundation was $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Time to start highlighting the high points of my face. As a base, I'm going to use that same LA color that I use on my brows and my eyelids in all the high points of my face. Let's press pause on complexion and go back to my eyes. But before that, let me take a sip break. And just in case you're wondering, I'm drinking my usual. This is tequila mixed with a peach wine that I bought from Aldi. For my eyeshadow look for today, I'm going to be using this quad eyeshadow palette from the lovely e.l.f. in the shade Hot Jalapeno. The dress I think I'm going to wear tonight does have green in it, so I'm going to avoid the greens and go towards this more like gold yellow shade. I'm going to apply this gold yellow shade just in the corner of my eye. Now I'm going to add some black eyeliner. I'm going to use my eye marker from the lovely LA Color. Eyeliner done. Time for mascara. I'm going to be using Essence Lash Without Limits 2B Mascara in the shade Black. If you have yet to try any mascaras from the lovely Essence brand, you are totally missing out. Essence makes some fabulous mascaras, and best part about them, y'all, they're only $4.99. I picked up their 2B mascara about 2 or 3 weeks ago to replace my L'Oreal telescopic mascara. If you too like that L'Oreal telescopic mascara but you don't like the price, yes, I know it's only $13, but in this economy, $13 is a lot of money, especially when you can get a mascara just as good for half the price. Y'all see how gorgeous my lashes look? I literally look like I could take flight. Now that my eyes are finished, let's go ahead and blend out this base concealer. I'm going to be using 2 different shades of concealer to highlight the high points of my face. To highlight under my eyes, I'm going to be using LA Girls concealer in the shade Cool Pink. And to highlight the center points of my face, I'm going to be using their concealer in the shade Tawny. I'm also going to go ahead and contour my nose using B Pierce Glow Up Contour in the shade Medium Deep. To blend the concealer under my under eye, I'm going to be using my angle brush from the Lovely Sassy Plus Chic. If you have watched any of my other Get Ready With Me's, you know that I normally use my shade Tawny or my shade Creamy Beige under my under eyes. I recently started using the Cool Pink after watching a video from the lovely Michaela Girl on TikTok, and she was using this Cool Pink and then she was setting it with a pink powder. You guys know I already set my under eye with a pink powder, so I got to thinking, pink on pink, that should give me the bright under eye that I'm looking for. Moving on to one of my must-haves when I'm wearing makeup, blush from the lovely B Color. I have their newest shade, Mystic Mauve, and I'm going to be mixing it with the shade Pink Party. Since I'm mixing 2 shades, I am going to put the blush on the back of my hand. I'm going to mix them with that same brush I used to carve out my eyebrows. To apply my blush, I'm going to be using Sassy Plus Chic's blush brush. I like doing it this way because I found that when I put the blush directly on my face, sometimes it would take off my foundation or my skin tint, whatever it was I was wearing. When I put the blush on the brush and then apply it to my skin, I feel like I'm able to keep my complexion products on better. And not only that, I feel like the blend is so much more skin-like. Let's go ahead and set all this hard work down. I'm going to be using 3 different powders. To set the concealer under my eyes, I'm going to be using Morphe's powder in the shade Brightening Pink. To set the high points on my face, I'm going to be using Black Radiance's loose powder in the shade Banana. To set the lower parts of my face, I'm going to use that Wet n Wild powder in the shade Translucent. And I'm setting everything using Powder Puff. I love how these 2 products work together. Look how bright and smooth my under eye looks. It's giving filter. Now that everything's set and I'm looking like a powdered donut, I'm going to use this fluffy brush from e.l.f. to dust off the excess powder on my face. To warm my face back up, I'm going to use my Black Radiance contour palette in the shade Medium to Deep, and I'm going to be applying the deepest shade with my contour brush from the lovely Wet n Wild. To top off my blush, I'm going to go in with this shade from my e.l.f. blush palette. I've had this blush palette for years. I bought this palette back when e.l.f. was selling dollar makeup. On to my finishing touches. I'm going to do my waterline using La Mercier highlighter pencil in the shade Black. And yes, this did come from Dollar Tree. For my highlighter, I'm going to use the highlighter shade in my Black Radiance contour palette. To highlight my nose and my Cupid's bow, I'm going to be using Maybelline's highlighter. This is the Master Chrome by Face Studio metallic highlighter in the shade Molten Gold. To set all that hard work in, I'm going to set my face with Revolution Super Fit. This is their Super Hold Misting Spray Ultra Matte Finish with Aloe and Vitamin E. Now that my face is drenched in setting spray, let's go pick out an outfit. Let's go. I have 3 dress options to pick from. If you are not new to my Get Ready With Me's, you already know about my rotation when it comes to my outfits. I do solids and prints and dresses in 2 pieces. Last time I went out, I wore a printed, gorgeous 2-piece set. So this time I'm going out, I have to wear a printed dress. Option number 1 is this super sultry cutout dress from the lovely Pretty Little Thing. I did buy this dress in either February or March of this year. I bought it from when I went to Mardi Gras, and I'm pretty sure it was $8. I bought it in the size US 6, UK 10. My second option is from Fashion Nova. I bought this dress from Fashion Nova, y'all, 10 years ago. I've had it for a very long time. Only wore it once, and I do have a picture of me in it, but it's not the best. I could always take a better one. This is option number 3, and she is from Pretty Little Thing. I bought her when I bought the option number 1. I'm pretty sure this was $6, y'all, or it might have been $5, and I also bought this in a size US 6. Let's jump into option 1 and see which one works. This is what option number 1 is looking like, and unfortunately for me right now, y'all, I am a little bit too big for this dress. When I tried to wear it a couple weeks ago, the kid was snatched. When I get back snatched, I definitely will be putting this dress on to option number 2. I do look a lot skinnier in option number 2. Y'all, in option number 1, for whatever reason, I was looking big, which is shocking because I have been skinny all day. I'm not mad at this option, but when it comes to the slit, I think the kid got thicker from when I wore it last time, so I would have to use some fashion tape to take the slit down to my skin. Option number 3, I'm not mad at this one either, y'all, but I don't love it. When I tried it on a couple weeks ago when I was trying to wear it, I looked fabulous. Apparently, I've gotten bigger between 2 weeks ago and now. This is option number 4. I think this is really cute, and I look skinny in it, which is very important. I bought this cutie from the Lovely Shein. It's kind of like a romper, so it is a leotard, and then it's made to look like a dress. It is very cute and adorable. I think this is what we're gonna go with. Since I have a lot going on with this leopard print, we're gonna keep the accessories simple. So I'm gonna do black shoes and a black bag. I pulled out my go-to Cape Robins in the style mini. And I'm pairing my cute outfit with my fabulous Fucci bag gifted to me by my sister. I definitely feel very sultry, very mysterious, very much like someone's wife. Now let's figure out our jewelry. I'm gonna do minimal jewelry. I have on little baby studs, and I'm just gonna put one ring on each finger. From Shein, I'm gonna do this Infinity Emerald Cut ring. Also from Shein, I'm gonna do this Cartier inspired ring set. This is what we're looking like. For my arm candy, I'm gonna do my 9 West gold watch. And my scent for tonight is this fabulous body oil titled Midnight Shimmer. Scent-wise, y'all, this is the perfect mix of the body oil titled Golden Sands and like a vanilla. It smells so good. I will forever buy this body oil. All right, lover, I'm looking good. Let's go.